Now more than ever, our Philadelphia neighbors are turning to the Salvation Army for help. Whether they need a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, or simply someone to listen without judging, the Salvation Army is there for them 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
20 years ago, CBS 3 was asked to participate in a very special project, and it was with the Salvation Army, and we called it Joy of Sharing. And it was so special when we got the opportunity to be part of it, because we knew we could make a difference in the lives of children who are in need.
It's all about the community, and we've been part of the community for so long, and just seeing these families that otherwise wouldn't have a holiday, wouldn't have a Christmas. And the Joy of Sharing comes in, and our dear friend, the late Janine Rutledge, was a major cog in the Joy of Sharing wheel. And just seeing her share her love with all of us, and of course with the families and with people that were bringing in toys and gifts for those who were less fortunate, it was just a beautiful thing. It still makes me tear up at times when I think about it.
So as a result, individuals who were in their homes thought, gee, when I go shopping today, I think I'm going to get an extra gift. A new unwrapped toy is what we would always say.
Year after year after year.
That's what we're talking about. When you're out shopping, pick up an extra toy. Now, ever since 16-year-old Eliza Shirley began the Salvation Army right here in 1879, it has delivered physical, emotional, and spiritual, as well as intellectual hope to Philadelphia's most deserving souls. No need is ever too challenging.
The Salvation Army Garden Project is really a dream come true for me. I get to teach people how to grow food. I get to teach them how easy it is to grow food. I get to see them enjoy things they've never eaten before. I have all of these wonderful experiences with people and the garden, and their interest has increased. And that just brings me such wonderful pleasure to see them become interested in growing food.
Well, it's more important now than ever to have fresh produce. Due to the economy, many families are trying to pay their rent and their heating bill and electric bills, and lots of times they have to decide on whether or not to pay a bill or to buy food. The garden has helped me to share God's word. I show them in the Bible where God created vegetables on the third day. So we gave them a verbal lesson about plants and seeds, and then we brought them out to the garden.
Well, even during these difficult economic times, the Salvation Army cares for people more effectively than any other organization, thanks to its outstanding partners who enable the Salvation Army to do the most good.
Now, while the Salvation Army strengthens people's lives in traditional ways, pioneering partners like clothing retailer Karen Thompson are also helping the organization to continually find new ways to really make a difference.
When a disaster strikes, there are a lot of concerns and issues that need to be addressed: insurance, housing, trying to maintain some kind of a lifestyle for children to continue to go to school. One of the last things on their minds is underwear and pajamas, and it's something very simple. I recall a family that had been devastated by a fire in their home, had lost everything, and the family had been worn down for about 4 days now, just trying to figure everything out. And when I had gotten wind of this, we immediately put care packages together for each person. I think now business leaders have so many things that they are focusing on, and sometimes they're always not positive. And this is such a simple way of getting involved in the community and focusing on something good. And when you focus on that, it's amazing how many other good things can come from it.
Well, compassionate organizations and their dedicated supporters really enable the Salvation Army to give people the hope to go on when they are fighting life's toughest battles. Christine Hundley and her daughter Stephanie arrived at the Salvation Army Red Shield family residence destitute and filled with fear.
Today, thanks to the Salvation Army, Christine and Stephanie have the tools that they need and the courage to start life over.
A year ago, I lost my job. Had unemployment. Unemployment ran out. After the unemployment ran out, I had some money saved, and I tried to pay the bills, but it didn't add up. That ran out. So I became homeless. I couldn't afford to pay my rent, couldn't afford to pay the bills. So I had to make a decision to come into the shelter system. was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. When I walked through the Salvation Army doors, I didn't know what to expect. But now I see the end of my rainbow. I'm happy. I have my housing appointment, which is November the 2nd. I'm in school. I'm on a job search every day. So right now, everything's good. I've got my hope back.